I think we just need to play consistent cricket for the T20 World Cup. We've shown that we know how to win, and I think the game against India in the Commonwealth Games is a true example of never giving up, and I think we do that better than any other side. But that kind of comes from, having bad days as well. So I think being able to soak up the pressure, and we've played a lot of games with a lot of pressure on our backs, that kind of rolling into a World Cup that isn't a home one is pretty nice.
It's momentum in the T20 format. If you can get on a roll, if you can win those key little moments in those T20 fixtures, I think you're well on your way to doing that.
It's been a long time since the Australian women's team has actually gone and played in South Africa, so being able to assess the conditions quickly.
The key for us in the T20 World Cup will probably be finding the right balance of our team and making sure everyone's clear on their roles.
I guess it's probably just continuing to evolve a little bit. We've been really lucky with some success over the last little bit, and it's probably just taking things to another level above what we've been able to do so far, because I think the whole game is growing and developing, and every team's getting a bit closer.
Just try to keep that standard up as high as we can to make other teams chase us.
Beth Mooney and Alyssa Healy are going to be our most important batters. I mean, up top they do a bulk of the damage, but Tali McGrath obviously at the moment is just in a crazy world of form, so I'd love to see her go out there and use her levers.
The most important batter, I would say, Ash Gardner. I think you've seen in the Commonwealth Games how much she's matured with her batting, especially in that first India match.
I don't know if I really think there's one player that should be the most important batter. I think particularly in T20 everyone plays a role, and because it's such a fickle game, as long as everyone contributes at the right time across the tournament, I think that's probably the key to the team being successful rather than one player.
Tali McGrath, I think she's become a pivotal part of that top order.
I think somebody like Tali McGrath will play a real pivotal role. I think it'll be across the board too, not necessarily only with the bat.
Yes! Oh, there you go! That's the way to break through.
Most important bowler. I mean, I'm going to get in trouble if I don't say her, but Megan Schutt. She's been one of the best bowlers in T20 cricket for ages, and she'll tell you about it as well, but yeah, she's super important. Hopefully she gets a fair bit of swing over there and can take a lot of poles.
Oh, she's bowled up.
I think Darcy Brown sort of provides a pretty important role with that new ball, starting with some pace, so she sets the tone.
Outside edge and caught.
It's been a bit of a common theme for us that we haven't really had to rely on any one or two bowlers. It's going to be a whole team effort.
I reckon the most dangerous opponent would probably be India. They're going to have a lot of fire in the belly, I'm sure, to knock us off.
India continue to improve and play some really great cricket, and they've just probably lacked consistency, but I don't think they're far off getting that.
I think in recent times it's been Australia-India in finals or gold medal matches, and they've really been building over the last few years. They've got some incredible depth and some incredible talent as part of their group.
I think when she's on, Smriti Mandana is a very hard person to bowl to, and we've seen what she's capable of in many games, but being a left-hander as well, I think when they're teeing off, there's some little weird X factor about them that's even harder to contain, so hopefully she doesn't get going.
We've had some really good battles against them over the last sort of 12 to 18 months, so I reckon they're going to be a real threat, and maybe the Poms as well. We'll see what happens.
I think England probably they're right up there and have got some game changers, like Natsiva, who can take the game away from you pretty quickly.
She's been in fine form for ages. Yeah, I think she'll be really dangerous.
I guess it's always hard to shake the top two for our biggest opponents are normally England and India, but I think on home soil, South Africa will be a real danger as well.
South Africa are pretty tough to beat, and obviously it's their home World Cup as well. They've got some absolute class players, so I think they'll certainly push teams and challenge teams along the way, so I think they'll be a huge threat.